morning. We got lots to talk about on a Sunday morning. Y'all get up out the bed, start y'all day. I gotta go by the office for a minute, then to the juice bar, then to the gym. Right now, I'm going to the car wash, and we got shit to talk about. I asked a trending question last night on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at I am Gully TV underscore.
Your credit card could not be read. Please swipe again. Your credit card information has been received. Please make a wash selection. Please wait while your transaction is processed.
Subscribe.
Would like a receipt? Press refund now.
Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get the notification. Use the top notification bell. Go to my podcast available on all streaming platforms: Spreaker, Spotify, Apple, Deezer, Amazon. I'm on all of them. Listen to my last podcast episode recorded yesterday, featuring Jay Rastic from the Streets T podcast. I got lots of questions for y'all. Y'all just bear with me. We'll be at the studio in a minute. Good morning, everybody, though. As y'all come in here, let me know what cities is in here. Oh, shout out to the Lakers. Lakers 3-0. Shout out to the Lakers, man. We got a lot to talk about. Lakers getting busy. I'm always set myself up for disappointments with them. Like somebody probably hate to say it. Injuries. It's gonna be a long season. It's 82-game season, man. We need these dudes to play at the highest level and get home court advantage. If they get home court advantage in the playoffs, the Lakers can win the championship. Good morning, Cleveland, Harrisburg, Virginia, Maryland. Green double snapped in that freestyle. I still drop original content for y'all, man. I still drop original content for y'all. I'm still out here working. Subscribe to the channel if this your first time on the chat. I think we're gonna have I might have a hotline open this morning. Albany, New York, what up? Good morning. I got questions. Make sure y'all follow me. Everybody here, y'all follow me on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow me on IG, because you'll miss some of the discussion pieces and shit. A lot of my discussions start on Instagram and shit. So go over there and add me at I am Gully TV underscore. I am Gully TV underscore. Is y'all all following me? Make sure y'all follow me on IG. I know y'all got Instagram profiles. Detroit, Lexington, Kentucky, by way of the Bronx. You move down south, huh? Be more careful. What up? I got questions. If y'all listen to my podcast episode, I read off a lot of information. Man. I got questions. If you listen to the Schoolboy Q interview, I can't remember who platform it was on, but Schoolboy Q made some very interesting comments this past year on one of these platforms. I think it was somebody out west. Schoolboy Q said, "Why the fuck would you check in when you come to California?" He said that makes no sense. He said niggas be hitting him up talking about checking in. Said he ain't got no time for that shit. Man, I'm out here about to go to my kid's soccer game. Make sure y'all subscribe too, man. The Real Gully TV. Boom, boom. Whack 100 said, Whack 100 always saying something. Him and Jaguar right. They always got a mouthful. Always got a mouthful. They know every fucking thing. Y'all see that recent joint with Schoolboy Q? He said, man, it don't make no fucking sense to check in with anybody. He said, man, especially if you're not from California. He said, the nigga that you checking in with, them the niggas that line you up. And I suspect that Quando Rondo might have did a little bit of checking in when he got to California. After all, he already knew that there was a bounty on his head from that situation that happened in Atlanta with King Von. So if he goes to California, he probably would check in with some people to probably maybe try to get armed, maybe try to get some type of protection. Whatever the case, some support. He said, Whack 100 is the police. Juicy J, you're going to get kicked the fuck out my chat with that dumb shit, man. Let me get you out of here. I hate ignorant shit. I want everybody to know you'll get kicked out of my chat for nothing. For nothing, for no reason at all. There's a million niggas watching this morning that can't comment, and you know what they gonna say? Man, that nigga kicked me out the chat for nothing. He kicked me out the chat for nothing. Yes, I did. For nothing. He said, broad daylight, Sandy, very brazen assassination. Meant for Quando Rondo, but put down his cousin Little Pab. Broad daylight. Broad daylight. In a public setting, too, the Beverly Center was not far away. The Beverly Center has proven to be dangerous. I don't know why people even be in proximity of that shit. We all know what happens around there. Tony Anthem said, checking into my hotel, that's about it. I'm grown as hell. I suspect that Quando... Quando Rondo did a little bit of checking in when he got to Cali. I believe he checked in, and Quando Rondo represents an organization. Well, he did before he dropped his flag. And I watched some interviews, and people from that said organization said publicly, if you're not from California, you're not a part of this. You're not a part of this. You're not a part of the hood. If you're not from California, I don't care where you from. If you claiming red or blue and you're not from California, you are not down. No matter what you've been told, you are not down. But I suspect Quando Rondo probably thought that he had some support out there and possibly told the wrong people. How do you have somebody in your camp wearing a wire for years is even more crazy. That type shit happens. You can't keep your eye on everybody. You don't know when niggas catching cases and shit. Niggas be getting pulled over with hammers. Niggas be getting caught with packs. You never know. Gully, Colorado is the real deal. Shadur is the real deal. Colorado is the real deal. They finally got a line in front of Shadur. He be having time to pass. And he just picks motherfuckers apart. He almost made it to halftime perfect. He was like 15 or 15 when halftime came around. I think right before halftime he missed one incomplete pass. P. Lomax. They said Big Eugene. The gangs be knowing who's black out there that don't belong. They know your every move, check in or not. That don't make any sense. Los Angeles is a very big city. Don't nobody got to know your business. These niggas be wearing fucking Pooh Shiesty masks all through the airport. And niggas be hiding their identity. You still see people in the airport with the surgical masks on, like it's still COVID. So I ain't buying that theory. I'm good as shit. You ain't got to worry about this car, fam. You ain't put $1 on this. The Do you use After Effects? Not really. Not really. I got it. I ain't really opened it up. You ain't gotta worry about this. This ain't cost you a penny, fam. Saheed Brown said it sounds like Pillow talking to me. Let me get you out of here, man. That's one. Hold on. Mike James, I'll holler at you. That's two. Anybody else want to disrupt the discussion this morning? Y'all see how I be zapping them niggas? Anybody else want to disrupt the discussion this morning? Okay. Everybody else, y'all want to be here, have this discussion? Great. Let's proceed. Excuse me. Let's proceed. When I read the indictment last night on my podcast, make sure you follow my podcast on all streaming platforms. It's called The Dribble. I had a special guest last night. We had an open discussion about everything that's going on with this OTF indictment out of California. I read some very interesting information, but one thing that it jumped out at me was the fact that when the shooters arrived, when the assassins arrived from Chicago, 4 of them came on a plane. One of them was on a PJ with Lil Durk. When them niggas came, as soon as they got there, they went and did a stakeout at the hotel that Quando Rondo was staying in. How did they come across such valuable information? How did they come across such valuable information? Dice roller, suck a dick. I don't be wanting to be here, man. Boom, 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 boom. He said the company got credit cards. They got him. They came across some information where when those credit cards or whatever was delivered to them niggas, Lil Durk told them, yo, do not have me connected to anything that's going on with these transactions or something like that. How did them niggas get that information? How did they know which hotel? It's 1,000 hotels in Southern California. It's 1,000 hotels in Southern California. How did they know to go and sit outside a specific hotel on August? From No Jumper 22, Damian Brown, I holla at you. Boom, boom. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? The Crips backdoored Rondo for some money and gave that hotel up that they were staying in because Quando checked in when he got there. That sounds like the most logical piece of information came across this chat. He was a victim of the check-in, and there was $1 million bounty on his head. And it's very, very well known that niggas will side with popularity. Like, for instance, this morning, I seen a video by King Erner, and he was implying that all the haters want... King Erner was saying that all of the haters want Lil Durk to go to jail, as if the nigga ain't guilty, as if he ain't on wiretaps, as if they don't got transactions tied to him and shit. Like, he tried to make this logical and shit, and that's because of Lil Durk's popularity and shit. You dig what I'm saying? Some people will embrace delusion when someone's popular, right? However, that shit don't work in the court of law. Niggas know
the effectiveness of wiretaps. And you will still have motherfuckers who embrace the thought that this is gonna go away. This ain't no state case. It ain't. It ain't. Quando Rondo knows that, and that's why he stopped claiming Crip. He knows who backdoored him. He's not dumb. He can't be that naive. When he got there, he wanted some support, some protection when he was out there. Need a little help. Need a little help, OG. And he told the wrong people. And it's $1 million bounty on his head. The nigga who after him got a lot of money and shit. So they like, man, fuck this little nigga. He ain't from out here, no way. He ain't really a rolling 60, no way. In the rolling 60s, it's already known that they kill each other and shit. They got a whole cliche that says you're not a 60 unless you kill a 60. So the backdoor play was put into motion. It was put into motion. And they figure they will be compensated. Either way, they're going to be compensated. They're going to be compensated with money. And if money favors in the music business and shit, they will be transactions. Maybe I could book a show. Maybe I can get some features. They will be favored in their transactions with Lil Durk. And that's what the backdoor move was about. And that's how them shooters, them Chicago shooters, they don't fuck around. Them niggas go OT. Well, it was $1 million on his head and shit. Them niggas trying to get that M. Them niggas got on flights and went out there to get that M. They said that the $1 million was put on his head. Come on. The $1 million was put on Quando Rondo's head almost immediately. They even have a date. They said November 6th, 2020. That's the day that King Von was killed. That's the day King Von was killed. Could have been Big U. Remember, he was reaching out to Big U right before that. I seen lots of videos. To support what you just said. That it could have been Eugene. These niggas ain't right. But it's obvious somebody told where hotel he was at. Them niggas went and sat outside that hotel. Oh, another question I have is, how you think them niggas got guns? How do you think they got guns? Somebody had to arm them niggas. When they got there to Cali, somebody gave them niggas fully automatics. Doom, doom. Gary said, I like Lil Durk, but he's cooked. All right, I done made it to my final destination. Let me move this chair. Good morning, everybody. Let somebody bear with me. Bear with me. I'm going to open up the hotline in a minute. But for now, I need y'all to bear with me until I get situated. All right. Trap Lord Ross should not be talking about our culture and politics. This ain't our, this murder shit. This is for everybody to talk about. It's world news and shit. How do you become possessive about a murder? How do you become possessive about a murder? You watch Trap Lord Ross content, whenever he do any other content, you cool with it. You watch Trap Lord Ross, whenever he puts something out, you cool with it. When Adam 22 puts something out, you cool with it. How do you become possessive over a topic that made world news? You got a problem against the news? You got a problem against CNN? You shouldn't have a problem against Trap Lord Ross. You shouldn't. Not even a little bit. That don't make any sense. That don't make any sense. I don't know why people feel that their dilemma, being charged with a federal murder case that got the death penalty on the table, becomes all of our situation. It ain't. It's not all of our situation. Doom, 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 doom. Drill culture need to go. Durk got a cop out earlier. There's no way out. It's a murder case, Bob. You think they offering pleas to niggas that's facing the death penalty? I don't think you can cop out to a death penalty case. Because if that's the case, everybody would be trying to get the fuck out of the way. But I had two questions for y'all, man. This is why it makes no sense to check in with anybody. Why would you call somebody and tell somebody, yo, I'm in your city, I'm over here, and the dispensaries is free. You don't need nobody to bring you no weed in California. You can Google the closest dispensary, Mad Men. They be in walking distance. You dig? These young rappers generating generational wealth and throwing it all away is sad. I thought the objective was to get their family out of the inner city. King Durk was at the finish. I said King Durk. Lil Durk was at the finish line. He was at the finish line. He was out of the way. He couldn't just suck that. He couldn't suck that King Von situation up. He couldn't eat that. He should have ate it. He says early. It's not said to take at least 5 years on a DP case. I'm gonna read. Let me pull this up right quick. I'm gonna read from an entry from XXL. This is what I recited last night on my podcast. XXL Mag. Over 2 years after Quando Rondo was a target of a Los Angeles shooting that took the life of his cousin Sylvain Robinson, a.k.a. Little Pab, federal authorities arrested 5 men. We all know about that. But they got an 18-page indictment filed in the U.S. District Court. And this is a detailed summary that raised some eyebrows. Shortly after King Von's murder on November 6, 2020, an unnamed person known in the indictment as co-conspirator number 1 made it clear that he would pay a bounty to anyone who took part in the killing of TB, who was presumably Quando Rondo, born Taquane Bowman, for the death of DB, presumably King Von, born Davon Bennett. On August 18, 2022, the co-conspirators learned that TB was staying at a hotel in Los Angeles. In response, Lindsey, Jones, Wilson, Houston, and co-conspirator 2 traveled to Los Angeles with the intent on murdering DB. Grant arrived later on a private jet with Durk Banks. The plane tickets and the rental cars the suspect procured was obtained using credit card associated with OTF in Los Angeles. Grant purchased 4 ski masks from a sporting goods store. Grant provided the suspects with 2 rental cars obtained from a local rental car agency, a white BMW sedan and a white Infiniti sedan, outfitted the cars with fake license plates. On August 19, 2022, the group traveled to the downtown LA hotel where TB was staying. Traffic camera footage shows the 2 cars following TB, who was riding in a black Cadillac Escalade. This ain't a state case. Y'all hear these details? The group tailed TB as they traveled to a marijuana dispensary, I knew that was going to be in there, and a clothing store on Melrose before committing the shooting at the Beverly gas station in the Beverly Grove neighborhood of Los Angeles around 5:30 p.m. Surveillance footage from the gas station shows Jones, Lindsey, and co-conspirator 2 firing upon TB's car, resulting in the death of Sylvain Robinson. The suspects then fled through an alley behind the gas station. Following the shooting, the suspects met at a hamburger restaurant to discuss payment before flying back to Chicago with plane tickets purchased with the same OTF-affiliated credit card. Wilson later paid Jones and Lindsay on behalf of co-conspirator number one. They got at least some of that money. They gonna need it. Now, when somebody know your whereabouts down to a detail like that, when they get there from a whole nother state, they got some assistance. It kind of makes you wonder why it ain't other co-defendants in this case, why other people ain't being held accountable for it. Just a thought that I have. Seemed like that they would have more co-defendants. If you tell somebody where a motherfucker at and they go and they kill a motherfucker, you would think that they will be charged. For the last year, Durk has been making gestures as if he's changed and shit. He, you know all the killers is Muslims. He tried that. He employed that. He did a song with J. Cole where he said some things. The truth of the matter is that we all got intuition, and you know when your ass is in trouble. You know when they coming to get you. He said, should have been moving like Reservoir Dogs. This is the tip of the iceberg. I 100% agree with you about it being the tip of the iceberg. You know why? Because that dude, OTF Jam, he was wearing a wire. And you know what niggas talk about when they amongst themselves. Bitches, money, who went to jail, who got shot, who got rocks. You know what niggas talk about. The information that I just shared with y'all from this 18-page indictment is detailed. It's detailed. The fake license plates, the receipts from the ski masks and shit like that. Somebody's going to jail, probably 5 people. And amongst them 5 niggas that's charged with this federal murder case, amongst these 5 people that's charged with this federal murder case, some of them niggas is gonna do some telling. Some of them niggas gonna say, okay, I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth, because this is some death penalty shit. I'll tell you the truth for 20 years. Let me get 20 and I'll tell you how this all happened. And that right there, that's the coup de grace. That's the fatal blow. He said, this is not fed either. It is fed, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, what be wrong with y'all, man? Don't y'all know that we sit here and research this shit? Don't you? Why get on a live stream and say something that's inaccurate when the information is public? I just read it to you. The state don't be following motherfuckers from state to state and shit like that. That's federal. That's federal shit. These old block kids are not good at crime. Duck killers all got caught. Now Durk fell. In this day and age, trying to pull off a perfect murder is like is rolling the dice, and the penalty, as you can see, is the death penalty in some instances and shit. Why play with your life in that aspect? Why play with your life when you know what time it is and shit? This is what be the issue, right? Niggas who got money taking advantage of the poor and desperate. Niggas who got millions taking advantage of the poor and desperate. One of the incentives that it's alleged that Lil Durk offered to guys that was a part of OTF, the shooters was favored, meaning the niggas that put in the work, the niggas that was killing shit, these are the niggas that I'll get on a song with you. You know, if I get on a song with you, that'll change your life and shit. I'll give you a feature. Or you'll perform with me at my next performance and shit. I'll introduce you. I'll help you get your Instagram followers up. And what I need from you, I need you to kill shit. That's crazy as hell. That's crazy as hell. I heard that Brick Baby was on academics, or with academics yesterday, and he said that he was in jail. But then I seen him on another platform, and he said that he was in Atlanta when it happened. I don't know. I do know that A plus B equals C. Quando Rondo was representing the Rolling 60 Crips. they probably already got insight on where rich motherfuckers be staying. You know what I mean? They probably already have insight on where rich niggas be staying in LA. Not just from intel shared amongst themselves. There's people that work at them hotels. There's Crips. There's people that work at them hotels. There's Bloods and shit. There's girls that work at these hotels and shit like that. You dig? All you got to do is have you a contact at these hotels and shit. Tell me who's in town. Tell me when they got here. Tell me what they driving, and I'm gonna give you X amount of dollars. Everybody trying to pay their bills. Everybody trying to pay their bills, and people operating off of greed. And this is what you get. This is the end result. Gary, what up? LA waiting for your ass, indeed. Detective Whack 100 saying Brick Baby is the one telling. Big U has family from Chicago. He spent summers there as a kid. I don't know how that applies. I believe the feds are coming for Yo Gotti. Everybody on CMG is nervous as hell about Lil Durk being arrested as Dolph trials continue. According to the Muslims, this is just a test from Allah because he tests his most faithful. Hey, yo! This is something that is kind of annoying, right? This is kind of annoying. Niggas are professed to believe in the Quran and Sunnah. They are professed to believe in this. They are professed to be faithful to Allah, right? But they support murder and shit like that. They support murder and shit like that. I just seen what's the nigga that made a juicy for him? Rollo. Talk about my Muslim brother, and I'm, for no reason at all, just made a video. My Muslim brother, and da-da-da-da-da. Man, you going to fucking jail. You going to fucking jail, man. And me, I was raised in Islam, right? Niggas be making it like it's some grand prestige associated with Islam. It is. If you're deaning correctly, if you living correctly, if you praying 5 times a day, if you giving zakat, if you fasting, if you making hajj and shit like that, there's people that I know some niggas that Islam is their life, right? But it's reflected in their character like a motherfucker. These niggas don't even cuss. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's reflected in their character 100%. All of the fad Islam, you know what I'm saying? All of the fad Islam, this is the thing to do and shit. Like, y'all need to chill out, man. Y'all need to chill out. Because we know the difference. We know the difference, man. Like, we know the dudes that really deem they're pure. Their intentions is pure. And you know what else? They don't be around no fitna. They don't even be associated with, you could claim to be a Muslim, right? Amongst a Muslim who's really a Muslim. And he might give you the greeting, but he ain't gonna fuck with you. He don't fuck with you. He'll say assalamu alaikum to your face. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. You know what I'm saying? Call you beloved and all of that. But in his mind and his heart, he's saying, I don't fuck with that nigga. That nigga is not a mu'min. That nigga is not a believer. You know what I'm saying? That nigga is not a believer. And that's the truth. Like, people need to chill out with that shit. And I think it was like a year or so during Ramadan, Lil Durk and them was filming themselves making salat and all garbed up and shit like that. You can't just deem or try to be righteous during the holy month of Ramadan. If they was on it like that, you would be garbed up year round. You think what I'm saying? You would have a jalabia on year round. You would be garbed up year round. You would probably step away from the music business, because the music business is filled with nothing but devilishment and fitna. Like, I don't even understand how a righteous Muslim could even operate within the space of the music business. I don't understand. I don't even know if it's possible. And how can you do this if you're putting out drill music? It don't make no sense. But yeah, to the people who's saying Allah, my Muslim brother, Allah knows best, that shit don't work in the court system, yo. That shit don't work on the court system. He said, K-Dub just spoke on this shit. It don't. It don't. I went to trial. Everybody was making salat. That shit don't work in the courts, man. It don't at all. You get zero protection from salat when you in trouble with the law, man. I'm serious. I'm serious. That's just the truth. They killed Saddam Hussein. They killed Bin Laden. These niggas was devout. You know what I'm saying? Some people might call them tyrannical. Gaddafi, like, I can go on and on. These are people who Islam was their life. My man said Jeff Ford tried it. Everybody that tried it, it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. It don't work. World from the Cash Money Brothers from Brooklyn, he tried it. They don't want to hear that shit, yo. They don't. They don't. And one of the beliefs that's a part of the Sunni Deen is about getting to Jannah, paradise. I've seen people say, this life don't mean nothing. But the niggas that was saying that is when I was in the penitentiary. The niggas that be saying that, this life don't mean nothing, we trying to get to Jannah, they already have a life sentence. So I understand why you feel how you feel, my nigga. I understand why you saying that this life don't mean nothing. You know why? Because you done already sacrificed yours and shit. You cooked. You gonna die here in this institution. You ain't gonna never get no pussy no more, nothing. So I understand your point of view, but come on now. That shouldn't be black people's reality. You know what I'm saying? When everybody else is experiencing heaven on earth and shit, that shouldn't be black folks' reality and shit. I'm gonna leave that alone. You should do a segment about the time you said you should do a segment about the time you said you went and grabbed a pistol because God took something from you. That's public information. That's public information. I ain't got to talk about that. Fuck, I got to talk about that shit for? That shit was 20 years ago. I don't get no glory from that shit. I don't. It's not what makes a man and shit. He said Arab did it. Brick Baby claimed he did not cooperate against Durk, and Wack is lying. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Hold on. I want to hear what y'all got to say about this whole issue. So I'm gonna open up the chat line. Sandy, put the hotline number in the chat, 646-592-7850. Napoleon and Loom seem to be the most faithful. That was a great example. The differences in deans between the rest of these niggas and Loom is very, very blatant. Is very, very obvious and shit. That was a great example. Great example. Watch Vlad interview Quando when asked about Big U. Loom, my brother. You could tell that Loon's very sincere in regards to his deen and shit. Philly,
Yeah,
talk to the dribble.
yeah. You got like I see a lot of people in cracks. You know, people are human; they go and falter, right? But you're right about the sincere Muslim. He don't want to be involved in any of that nonsense as far as music, the gang life, because we already know there's nothing but to the hellfire. You know, inshallah, while they sitting, they'll repent and they get on the right path. But we all go through struggle and strife, and when you really strive, even the most sincere Muslims go through their struggle. If you read the Bible, every person that was depicted as a disciple or a person of God, they struggled. In the Torah, they struggled. So if you're really seeking to be the best Christian, Jew, or Muslim, you best believe you're going to struggle. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny. A lot of people are not listening, laughing. And I don't find it funny. I don't find it funny what they rap about and talked about. I don't find it funny that black people are going to jail at an alarming rate. I don't find it funny that black people are killing each other and laughing about it at an alarming rate. I don't find none of this funny. Because the thing is, when it's your child is doing the shooting or getting shot, you feel some type of way. You know,
appreciate it.
We glorify this life, this bullcrap. I was just having a conversation with a brother yesterday, and we went on the subject that a person congratulates you if you graduate from college, maybe. But let somebody come home, or they throwing a party, a cookout.
Everybody giving them money. Yeah.
Yeah, all that type of nonsense. Like, yeah, we gotta grow up, and a lot of us are grown. And you know what I'm saying? We gotta be mature. And the thing is, back in the day in Philly, we had a saying, "Stand what you do." You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we laugh when somebody gets killed when it's on the other side and somebody's not related to us. But when it's your own, man, that pain is vicious.
Right.
It's vicious. It hurts. You know, so come on, have some compassion. And I don't agree with what these young brothers doing, but I ain't laughing because they're in jail. Because guess what? Somebody you love is going to go to jail for something stupid. The thing is, we got to stop hating one another. We love to laugh at somebody's downfall. And just like the people was going to say, go slide for your homie, they laughing now. But I've seen this years ago when I've seen dudes alone people their car, right? And then the car get repossessed. And the same person that let that person hold it, laughing. They got a car repossessed. But this is the crab barrel mentality that was taught to us in slavery. And we got to stop it.
I appreciate you. I appreciate your truth. In my travels, one of the standout characteristics of someone who's sincere about Islam is their understanding of the Bible and the Torah as well. So I appreciate you calling in, fam. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Yeah, peace. Did y'all hear what I said? One of the characteristics of a Muslim is being in tune with the Bible as well as the Torah. Y'all heard what he said, right? Y'all heard his temperament while he was speaking, right? That's one of those characteristics of a righteous person and shit. Straight up. When you travel and come back to the hood, you realize that you grew past the hood, but some people overlook that. Chicago, talk to the dribble.
What's up, Gully? Good morning to you, bro.
Good morning to you.
Yes, sir. I was tapping in. I got in kind of late, but I see you was live, and I'm kind of in the area what you was discussing as far as the Islam.
Yeah.
In hip hop. So, me, I'm from the Chicago area. I'm from Chicago, but I'm from the Hyde Park area. So I grew up down the street from Minister Farrakhan's house.
Okay.
His actual house where he used to actually walk past it. We sure he's going to the car and shit. So I'm real familiar with the nation. We got a lot of mosques here. You know, Dirk Father came home a few years ago.
Okay.
So they actually got a mosque down here. And it's, but I'm noticing that it's become trendy. Like, even in hip-hop Islam with the money bag yos and the street niggas are running to Islam and become a fad more than a religion. Even the mosque you drive past, it's all the drill niggas, you know what I'm saying? It's all of the And I don't knock anybody for finding their religion, but I feel like Islam has kind of been tainted in a sense to where it's like, it's where all the street niggas is running to cover up what they've done. It's like I can do all this shit and I just turn to Islam and now it's just all forgotten. Which is the same theory as the same theory as Christianity too, but they would have made Islam trendy and they made it to where I could be a gang member and I could be a Muslim as well. And I'm not too versed, but I don't think those two go together, do they?
No, I don't. What you just described is the exact same landscape that you will see in the prison system and shit. When you go to Juma, everybody that you be at Juma with, them is the niggas that stab motherfuckers in jail. Them is the niggas that's gambling, the nigga that run the ticket, the nigga that run the poker table. Like everybody that's at the top of the vices in the institution, you'll see them there. All the dangerous niggas, you'll see them there. And that's something that's came home to the streets. And that is like my previous caller said, man, we know the real characteristics of a Muslim is displayed in their behavior and their disposition and, you know, things of that nature.
Right. Because I find it to be so counterproductive. So on one end, I'm a gang member, and naturally I got enemies, and we know what that entails, right? But on the other side, a Muslim is one who brings peace, correct?
Absolutely.
Muslims must always stay peaceful with it through any situation. So where does this? You get what I'm saying? How are you coinciding? I would think once you find Islam, then that's the moment where you leave the gang right behind. That's the total. You have to pick one, but they ride a fine line with this man. And it's sad to see the brother Durk go through what he going through. But it's like, and this is another thing I want to touch on, Gully. I'm 42, right? So I ain't too much younger.
Okay.
And I remember a time when money healed niggas' pain. I remember a time when whatever you went through before, once you got filthy rich, that was kind of like,
you was straight.
On a boat. Yeah, I'm going to go on a boat. I'm finna go get fly chills. I'm in Italy and all that. I'm out here eating different cheeses and wines and shit. You can't even get these little niggas money now and they won't even saw. They so demonic and they so fucked up. They money. I'm just watching someone's young boy a few years ago. And I'm like, bro, you would never think that this is a man that's filthy rich. This is a grown man that's filthy rich. He's not happy. The nigga mug and he angry all the time. And it's like, damn, money won't even solve for a black man. Millions won't solve it. What will if millions won't do it, Gully? That's my biggest
A lot of
point.
people had lots of money and they still broken and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
sure.
appreciate you
Well,
calling in,
peace,
Chicago. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I'm love, bro.
Yeah, peace.
Right.
Cleveland, Ohio, you was just calling, man. Call back through and shit. Let's hear what you got to say over there. OH10 in the building. C. Dolores Tucker and Calvin Butts tried to fight against certain kinds of rap for a reason, but we vilified them. You right. White Plains, New York, talk to the dribble. Daryl Javon, I appreciate the super chat. Talk to the dribble, fam.
Yo, Gully, salute, man. Appreciate you, man. Everything you do, keeping us aware, man. Be aware to be alive, brother.
Absolutely. How you feel about what's going on right now?
I got mixed emotions. You know, I'm just being all the way real about it. It's sad to see that. You know, how people come as far as we come and just have it all wiped away. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know what Cat knew, but he knew something. He knew they was getting ready to come get everybody, man. Because, man, they coming to get everybody.
Yeah.
They ain't finished. They not finished, man. These people not finished. What I really want to say is, we can't do what them people do, man. Them people been doing what Durk and Diddy and everybody else, they've been doing that shit for years. That's what they do. That's how they get down. That's their nature. That's you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's in their DNA.
Absolutely.
It's in their DNA. Give me a second, baby. Give me 1 second. It's in their DNA, brother. You know what I'm saying? And we not cut from that cloth. That's why when we try to do what they doing, it don't never work, man.
Right.
They ain't gonna learn from OJ. They ain't gonna learn from Bill Cosby. They ain't gonna learn, man. But they need to learn, man. When you go against them forces and them entities, they gonna wipe you away, man.
Especially when you a nigga. Absolutely.
Yeah, still a nigga, man.
Still a nigga. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother, for your time. You know what I'm saying? That's all I really want to say, man.
Appreciate you calling in. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cleveland, talk to the dribble.
Gully, good morning. Good morning. What's going on?
We just in here having an intelligent conversation on how drill music has caused or contributed to the deterioration of the black community. We talking about incarceration, and we talking about how Islam has become affiliated with, I don't know, gangsters and shit like that in the music industry.
Well, you know, that's something they use to try to, that's a cover up, if you ask me. You know what I mean? It's like when a nigga go to jail and he ain't true to that. You know, he want to try to take a lot when he go in. You know, so it's the shit kind of like intertwined. It's one and the same to me. You know, everybody got their different reasons, but from what I done seen, especially with these rap niggas, you got niggas like Big U walking around with koofies on and shit. You know, big goofy niggas like that, man. But you know what? I'm tapped in. But I was listening earlier. I'm glad you checked the comment with a guy trying to get you to make content about what you did to a nigga 20 years ago, because that's part of the problem, man. I'm from Cleveland, bro, and it's a lot of older niggas that's getting killed because they still trying to relive their glory days, and they trying to social media, in my opinion, I don't know about everybody else, but from what I've seen, because I'm an 80s baby. You feel me? I'm 43.
Right.
And a lot of these older niggas, that social media is like they trying to get their second wind behind. And they competing with these young niggas, and they don't realize, nigga, streets is a young nigga sport.
Absolutely.
Jail is a young nigga sport. So I'm glad you checked that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's, you know, I'm from Cleveland, bro. It's crazy out here, and all my young boys. I'm a landscaper owner. You know, I got a landscaping business. I'm a silent investor in my sister home healthcare agency. I got some shit going on. I always try to tell these young boys, like, bro, come get with me, man. Like, it's money in this shit. Like, the streets is dead, bro. I don't overpay niggas to work with me to let them just see, like, how much bread it is. And these niggas, for some reason, you know, these niggas got to touch the fire. I tell you, nigga, I done been there, done that. I done seen it all, damn near done it all. And when I tell you, I'm 10 years in now on the landscaping, and this is the best shit ever. Bro, I just left the gym. I'm about to go cut a small tree, $1,700. It's finna take me like 3 hours. You feel me?
That's that balance. That's that balance. When the niggas start getting money, you got time to work out and shit like that. Everything starts to...
Listen, bro, every day, nigga, I eat good. I wake up, nigga, my daughter got the best shit. Nigga, we go on vacations. Nigga, it's lovely. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate your platform. I'm tapped in. I follow you on Instagram and all that red carpet landscape, and I be commenting shit sometimes. But I just appreciate your platform, man, because you don't glorify this bullshit. And you've been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? And a nigga that really been there, they don't want no parts of that shit for real.
Hell no, man. Court cases is expensive.
Man, all of that shit, streets ain't got shit but some pain behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, like, yeah, so I'm tapped in, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, man. Salute. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Bro. Thanks a lot. New York, talk to the dribble. Uh-oh. New York, talk to the dribble.
What's good, Gully? First of all, I want to say that's a fire jacket you got on.
Thank you.
But I want to say, like, right now, like, I want to be Muslim. I want to take my shahada. But to me, it's like everybody doing it for fashion. And I don't want to like fall under that umbrella. I want to do it sincerely. I gave up the street, everything, and I really want to get into Islam. But it seems like everybody around is doing it for fashion, and I'm not trying to like fall under that. So I feel like when I get the right person to really teach me about it and everything, then that's where I'm gonna go.
Go to the masjid. Wherever you
The
can,
masjid?
yeah, wherever you can find one. That's where Muslims congregate at. The person the person that you speak of, they gonna stick out to you. You gonna be like, that's him right there. There's gonna be several of them there. You dig what I'm saying? But righteous Muslims, they be like radiant. You dig? The way that they speak is kind. Like this guy's gonna stick out to you, and he gonna go above and beyond to make sure you get that deen correctly. I promise you. And you can go to any masjid. He gonna be there. I promise you.
I'm ready though. I appreciate that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for calling in. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. He said, real solid men calling in right now. Only people with their head on right be up on Sunday mornings. Them heathens and shit, they just came in at 4 or 5 in the morning and shit. They drunk, hungover and shit. They ain't in this chat line right now. Did you hear my man said he just came from the gym? These is niggas that's been up since 7, 8 o'clock this morning and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's called having your dribble right, man. I've been trying to say this to y'all the whole time. The whole time before I got to this point, I was always saying I'm trying to get my dribble right. I'm trying to get my dribble right. Them simple ass niggas, them niggas was out last night. They still in the bed. They ain't gonna get up for like another 2 hours. They gonna get up right as the NFL is kicking off and shit like that. So subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all for calling in. Originally, this discussion was rooted in the fact that somebody told the location of Quando Rondo out there in California. Those is red flags, man. The double cross is in. And I have to add that I made a video on this channel some years ago, and it said I was warned about Big U and his types many years ago. Pittsburgh, talk to the dribble.
The dribble was still cut.
We in here working this morning, man. I'm going to the gym when I get up out of here.
Yeah, I think I might slide to the gym too, man, before the NFL. Come on. But look, now I was calling to chime in on the original topic, right? Quando Rondo, bro, when you got $1 million on your head, cuz what you doing playing around LA, man? Like that right there, he got to be a little goofy, period.
You know what? Now that you said that, if someone had $1 million on their head in hip hop, that's the wrong place to go. California is.
And you know you got $1 million on your head. It's time to play offense, man. Like you can't be out here playing with nobody, not a soul, nobody, not nobody in your circle, nobody in your city. You can't even play with niggas when you got 10 bands on your head, let alone $1 million.
$1 million, yeah.
You trust them Crips that ain't even from your same block? Like that's all them niggas, they all broke out there too.
Yeah, when it's $1 million on your top, you gotta pay attention to the niggas that you grew up with and everything.
Yeah, everybody, you gotta pay attention to the dog that's off the leash.
Yeah.
Like you can't play with no fucking body, and you out there trusting some other street niggas. Yeah,
he was trying to prove that he wasn't scared. A lot of his shows was getting canceled. The promoters wouldn't book him because they knew that people was after his ass. But he was bouncing around trying to show people that I'm outside. That's what the young niggas say. We outside. That's the
and he lost his man. You know what I mean? And the thing is, that couldn't have been the first attempt. He probably got cracked on 10 times before that we just don't know about.
Yeah.
Like that, and you know, and this is, we be having to use different words for shit, but they didn't murder that boy. They assassinated Cub.
Yeah.
When you hop on the plane, fly hours away, buy whatever you need to buy and hunt a nigga down.
That's serious business.
That's serious business.
That's serious business.
That ain't like we went to the mall to go to them niggas and we gonna catch them in the parking lot. Nah, y'all went out there with straight murder. You know what I mean? And then what you say? They sit down at a burger shop afterwards. It's like this is serious. That's serious business.
Sound like a scene from the movie Heat.
And I'm gonna tell you what's so fucked up. How these little young niggas just be. I'm in a barbershop last night. You know, everybody's talking about it. This is the topic. Little young niggas like, man, he fuck around, come home and still be turned. The whole damn barbershop with this little young nigga come home, bro. He's indicted on murder for hire. He ain't no coming home. And if he come home, it's gonna be 50, 60 years from now. Like
they don't get it. They don't get it. They be blinded by images, social media followers, money, chains. Them young niggas do not get it.
Then they be fucked up when they see niggas go down, they getting pictures, they send them in pictures on the yard and all that. They don't know when they done taking that picture, they back to bed.
I just told somebody that prison is glamorized incredibly online. Niggas be having cell phones and jewelry.
I peeped that. I peeped you and Zip. That was. Y'all gotta do that shit at least once a week, yo. But yeah, that's and then what they don't know is everybody sit there and say, oh, Durk gonna be good when he go down. He gonna be good. Durk might go to a compound full of ducks niggas. He might go to a compound full of 63rd niggas or somebody. You know what I mean? Another group of Chicago niggas they was beef with. You ain't just gonna land where you from, bro. You gonna land? They fuck around and put Durk in with the wolves for real. Like you don't just and then it ain't the state, bro. You were in the feds. He fuck around and might be the only Chicago nigga where he go. That's what they don't understand. They don't understand that. Like man, this drill shit gotta be done, yo, because they don't like the little young nigga we were just talking about from the barbershop. They don't understand the murder game. And when I remember I caught a case, I was doing my little time or whatever, and like I said, I'm from Pittsburgh. There's like a little hitman cut out here from back in the day, man. Everybody was glorifying him, my little young niggas. We on the park glorifying him. He was like, yo. He was like, oh, that's cool. He called everybody dad. He was like, that's cool, dad. He was like, listen, let me tell you something, yo. Let me tell you something, little dad. Let me tell you something, little dad. The murder game, that's the only game you can't win, the only game you can't retire from. And from that point on, I ain't want no person trying to kill nobody. Because I understood exactly what he meant right there. You can't win in the murder game. You can't retire from it. You can run it up in the streets. You can sell whatever you want to sell, get your money right and dick. You kill a nigga, you are forever, it's forever on, bro.
Yeah.
Like there was a nigga last year that got killed by a nigga's son, like 20-some years later, because his son burnt him. He thought it was a game. Like,
we see that happening. Niggas' sons and nephews is outside now and shit like that.
Yeah, on top of a nigga always got to get out of jail free card on your ass when he know you killed something. Like ain't no retiring in that murder game, bro. There's no retiring, no winning. But yeah, I just want to call, give my 2 cents. Appreciate the platform.
I appreciate you all the time, man. Shout out to the bird and shit. I fuck with y'all down there. Word up.
No doubt.
Yeah, peace. That was an excellent point he made right there and shit. It's always on. When you do that, it's always on. It is. You can't, you could even, we've seen niggas do it, especially from Philadelphia. Go do their time, come home. They Muslim now, they deen it, and they adhering to they really on it. But you killed a motherfucker in the 90s and shit like that. They still bust your head and shit. They still bust your head. So, I appreciate everybody calling in this morning. I'm about to get up out of here. I got to go to the gym. If y'all got time, y'all should do the same. It's Sunday, man. Football don't come on at 1 o'clock. Shout out to the Lakers. We 3-0. Colorado doing their thing. In 1 year, Deion Sanders turned that football program around. They bowl eligible already and shit. They bowl eligible already. Shout out to the Colorado Buffaloes. I'm about to get up out of here. Daryl Javon, I appreciate your super chat, and I appreciate everybody who called in this morning. This is a very, very positive live stream. Thank you. Peace.